Like so many other families in my community, my young family came east of Toronto in search of a way of life. We wanted a house we could make a home, neighbors who could become friends, schools and facilities where our children could learn, play, and grow. As a resident and parent, and having served our community in a leadership capacity as a business founder and advisor, a volunteer leader, and a senior staff of the town, I'm uniquely qualified to speak to the experiences of a broad swath of our interest groups. Whitby is on the cusp of significant population growth, and what we all want to see is a plan for acquiring the stakeholders and partnerships that will help us optimize on this next stage of our community's expansion and development. I believe the mayor must be an engaged, vocal, and very public-facing advocate for our community at decision-making tables. More jobs require companies, so securing new business investment in our community must be a priority for all stakeholder groups. I see an opportunity for Whitby to proactively seek out and engage with the business community to recruit the quality and caliber of industries and businesses we want in our town. We cannot afford to wait to be chosen. We need to be making things happen. For decades, people have been choosing Whitby as a place to call home, insisting on responsible development that creates complete communities for all ages and stages of life is the only way our mayor and council can ensure that everyone has an equal opportunity to find a place in Whitby. I want the community you choose today to be attainable for you and your family tomorrow. I've heard loud and clear that residents are ready for a change and that it's time that our decision makers applied a 21st century global economy lens to how Whitby manages and optimizes our growth. We must explore new possibilities and leverage best practices. We cannot be afraid of this change. Council must be directed to focus on solving for the challenges of tomorrow, today. On October 22nd, your choice for council is your voice on council, and I would be honored and privileged to represent you if you choose to vote Andrea Kennedy for Whitby Mayor.
Hello. I'm Don Mitchell. I want to thank the residents of Whitby and Brooklyn for your support in 2014. It has been an honor to serve as mayor of my hometown. Thanks to a united council, dedicated staff, and generous and talented community volunteers, we have made our town a better place to live, work, and play. Our innovation district has added good local jobs. Our town is safer, thanks to hiring a new fire crew and focusing on slowing traffic speeds on residential streets. Transformative downtown projects like Brock Street Brewery and the old fire hall are moving forward. Major visitor attractions like iFly and Reptilia have been added, with more to come, the Nordique Spa and Palladium East. Our age-friendly action plan makes life better and easier for our seniors. We remain a platinum-level youth-friendly town, the highest accreditation. And we are now a designated bicycle-friendly community with great new trails and paths. And our diversity committee, well, it was recognized by the province for making our town more welcoming and more inclusive. All of this and more has been accomplished while respecting the Whitby tradition of fiscal responsibility. Property taxes remain mid-range, and we have almost no debt. And we have just been recognized as one of the best places to live in Canada and the best in Durham Region. But we already knew that. So let's keep getting better. On October 22nd, vote for proven results and experienced leadership. Re-elect Don Mitchell as Mayor of Whitby. Thank you.
Hello, my name is John Dahlstrom, and I'm running for Regional Council on behalf of the area residents and the business community of the town of Whitby and Brooklyn. I believe it's time for positive change. I have a vision for the town of Whitby and Brooklyn. I have served as the elected Centre Ward Councillor for town of Whitby. I have served as the elected Whitby and Brooklyn Trustee, Chair of Finance Planning for the Durham District School Board. I am the Chairman of the Highway of Heroes, honoring our Canadian military veterans, families, for the Brock Street Bridge in Whitby. With my 30 years of knowledge, I will do the job as your next full-time regional councillor. We must put a market economics plan in place, one that will work to create jobs and build partnerships. We need to provide more accommodations and affordable housing for seniors and citizens of Whitby and Brooklyn. We need a full-service hospital. Over the past many years, property taxes, user fees, hydro rates, water bills continue to increase at the rate far too high for our residents and our business community. We want to address regional transit. We want to take an active role in making our community a safe place to live, work, and play. Together, we can make a meaningful difference as our families and communities for Whitby and Brooklyn. I will be a strong voice for Whitby and Brooklyn on Durham Regional Council on October the 22nd. I would be grateful for your support.
Hello, everyone. My name is Derrick Gleade, Regional Councillor for the town of Whitby. It has been my honor to serve this great town, and we are so very blessed to live in a wonderful community. Council has worked hard over the last 4 years to introduce a number of items for today and for our future. It is those initiatives that I want to continue to work on for the next 4 years and to develop some great results for our town. Firstly, I want to focus on economic development. We need to create local jobs for our youth and local jobs for others who want to live and work close to home. We need to release those lands along the 412 and the 407 from the province. We need to work hard with the region to get them to invest the capital to service those lands so that we can develop them and have those local jobs. Secondly, our tax base, it needs to be redone. We need to have a better balance of taxes so that we take the pressure off of residents. This includes having those employment lands active and viable for a tax base, as well as focusing on rationalizing services between the region and the town. There is an awful lot of overlap that I've seen over my last few years of being at the region, and I know we can work hard and get some good favorable results there that will again take the pressure off of residents. Thirdly, our housing options need to be improved. We need to have affordable housing so that youth can buy a home in Whitby and develop their families here as we have done so far. Secondly, we need to have affordable housing so that seniors can stay in the community that they so love and have spent so much time in. And finally, safe communities. This is always an issue, and we need to work hard on many initiatives in that area, and we will do so. Together, let's finish the job. Let's make Whitby the best place, and Brooklyn the best place to live and work. Again, thank you, and please vote for Derrick Gleade to stay as a regional councillor for the town of Whitby.
Good morning, Durham. My name is Terry Johnston, and I've been nominated by about 35 incredible people to run in the upcoming municipal election October 22nd for regional councillor in Whitby. I'm sure you know me as your morning show host on CKDO since 1992, and I bet I've been asked the $25,000 question 100 times in the past weeks, why run for council? I've received advice many years ago that local matters, kind of like here on Rogers TV Durham. So I focused my morning show on talking about Durham only, the people, the events, the highs and lows in Durham. I've been the first person for almost 26 years that people hear in the morning to tell them what's going on. And I've had the ear to every politician in the past 26 years, both on the air and in the community. The late Jim Flaherty on Friday mornings, the late Roger Anderson on Thursdays for 20 years. Every MP, MPP, Durham mayor across Durham region, I've donated my time to MC and be part of about 150 events per year, which gives me lots to talk about on the radio. So I can tell you that I've had the front row seat to our lives in Durham region for a long time. My figuring is if every charity in Durham can trust me to be front and center to make sure their event runs smoothly, every mayor trusts me to host their gala or golf tourney year after year, every chamber and board of trade trusts me to host their awards ceremony, every town across Durham region trusts me to be at the front and center of their Canada Day, New Year's, community center openings, then certainly you can put your trust in me to make decisions that affect you, both in Whitby and at the region of Durham councils. Win or lose this election, I guarantee I will be back on the radio because I really feel that we need that local voice on the radio. But just think of how big our voice will be with me both on the radio and on council in Whitby and the region. Whitby's great Bill Irwin, while holding court at the Drawing for Art event at Station Gallery as I was arriving to MC the event for about the 15th straight year, said to me, he said, TJ, I'm so glad you're here. It's not that you're good, but we all know things will be good and comfortable with our known and trusted voice behind the mic. Thank you, Bill Irwin. I'm Terry Johnston.
Hello. My name is Chris Leahy. I am running to be your next regional councillor for the town of Whitby. It has been an honor and a privilege to represent the people of Whitby over the last 8 years. As the former trustee and chair of the Catholic School Board and the current West Ward councillor at Whitby Town Council, I have the experience needed to be an effective voice for you at the region. For 39 years, I have called Whitby home. I was raised here, and it is where I am raising my young family of 3 children. Over the last 4 years on council, I have been part of a team that has worked to build up Whitby, and we are seeing the results of that hard work. A focus on improving our downtowns, both Whitby and Brooklyn, has resulted in companies expanding downtown Whitby, such as Brock Street Brewery, 360 Insights, along with an innovation hub, which we're building and opening in September to add 500 plus tech jobs to what we already have downtown Whitby. We are also seeing movement at the waterfront, where we are close to a deal to bring a convention center, hotel, and restaurant to the north side of Water Street. I supported the Nordique Spa within Cullen Central Park, which will be opening in 2019, bringing over 300 jobs and economic development to the town. We have also donated land to build a 10-bed hospice to give people end-of-life choices outside of the hospital, and we will continue to lobby the province to remove the tolls on the 412. However, there is still more we need to do. We need more economic development here in the town. At the region, we need to take some of that $1 billion we have in reserve and in service employment lands as quickly as possible to bring more jobs to Whitby. With more service land, we can bring in more companies. More companies means more jobs, along with more industrial tax contributions to reduce the tax burden on residential homeowners. On October 22nd, vote for dedicated, proven leadership for Whitby. Vote for Chris Leahy.
Hello, I'm Rhonda Mulcahy, and I'm from Whitby. I'm currently the Ward 1 councillor at the town, but prior to this, I've been a community advocate and volunteer for over 30 years. In the past 18 years, I have served the community as media, reporting on council issues in the newspaper I started in 2000. This past term of council, we have focused on our downtowns and passed our Brooklyn secondary plan, and we have in our budget plans to build an additional roads and a sports facility. These are all great things, but they cost money. And as both a resident and a member of council, I can clearly see the formula for higher residential taxes in our future if we don't act on improving our alternate revenue sources. Whitby is already being overlooked by industries searching for large pieces of employment lands. We are flush with these lands, but we have obstacles that make us unmarketable on the world stage. First, the MTO is holding our lands along the 407 and 412. Second, Durham Region sits on close to $1.5 billion in their reserves, while our employment lands are unserviced with sewer and water. And third, the tolls on the 412 are unattractive to industry wanting to move their goods and services up and down a highway. All 5 Durham MPPs promised during the recent election to remove the 412 tolls. We need to be loud about this and make them keep their promises. We need to work with our regional councillors to have them understand how important the employment lands are to the entire region so that we can get them serviced. And we need to move the MTO along in releasing those lands to build on. All of this needs to have happened already. We need this like we need air to breathe if we're going to continue to provide decent services at the town of Whitby without jacking property taxes. This is what motivates me to run for a regional seat. I am what is being called the sandwich generation. I have parents in their 80s aging in place in Whitby. I also have children in their 20s who are just starting out their young adult lives. We need a stable town with decent jobs and reasonable property taxes. On October 22nd, I humbly ask you to vote Rhonda Mulcahy, because I have the energy and the drive to make this happen, not for me, but for us.
Hello there. My name is Elizabeth Roy, and I am running for regional councillor in the town of Whitby. For the past 21 years, I have held an elected position in different capacities. 9 years as your public school board trustee, 8 years as the West Ward councillor, and 4 years as your regional councillor. We have many opportunities over the next 4 years and beyond to work on many initiatives in our community. Our downtowns, we need to continue to seek and support investment and redevelopment. We need people living in our downtowns for small business to survive. Building out of West Whitby lands, the opportunity to attract commercial and industrial into Whitby is now. The 407 link has lands abutting that will serve this purpose, and we need to work to bring jobs into the community. Transportation. Throughout our community, we need to ensure that we are addressing congestion, road transit, road safety, and alternate modes of moving residents around the community. Community health care. As our population grows and ages, our healthcare needs increase. We need to work together with our local hospitals and provincial government to expand the services delivered in our community. Working together with our community groups to enhance our community experience. We are privileged to have such great community organizations and volunteers that bring events into our community. We need to expand this more and look to other ways that we can create more community events. I welcome your input and comments and would be pleased to be re-elected to represent you for the next 4 years. Re-elect Elizabeth Roy, Regional Councillor, on Monday, October 22nd.
Hello, my name is Rod Thwaites. I am running for the position of Whitby Regional Councillor. There is an old adage, it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a multi-talented council with varied backgrounds to move a town in a positive, proactive direction. A well-balanced council will enable us to utilize each individual's areas of expertise, thus ensuring trustworthiness, transparency, and competence around the council table, creating a council that listens and acts on behalf of the citizens and is able to communicate and inform as to the direction the town is taking. I have proven my dedication with my 36 years of experience working hard as a first responder. I have lobbied at all levels of government for the health and safety of the citizens, and I will continue to work hard in this new capacity and offer a boots-on-the-ground perspective as one of your 4 regional councillors. I am retiring at the end of this year, and I will devote my full time to this new challenge. It's about putting in the time, work ethic, moral compass, respect, and demonstrated leadership. It's about being passionate in what you do and listening to the people. It's about looking past your 4-year term and planning for the future, setting a template in place so that future councils can continue to add to the vision. It's not about worrying if you get re-elected. It's not about how many pamphlets are dropped or how many signs you place in the ground. It's not about the range of promises you'll hear at the door. There is only one promise you'll hear from me, and that is I will work hard for you and our community. I ask you please research the candidates to make an informed decision. I ask you please exercise your right and get out and vote. And I also ask please vote for me, Rod Thwaites. Together, we'll move Whitby and the region forward. Thank you and stay safe.
Hello, my name is Christine Winters, and I am pleased to say I am running for the Regional Councillor for the town of Whitby. Having lived in Whitby for the past 25 years and raising a family, we are proud to call Whitby our home. Having been your school board trustee representing Whitby at the Durham District School Board, I have gained a great experience. I always consulted my community before any decisions were made. We were a team. We worked on $1 million budgets. I'm accessible, reliable, and trustworthy. All these are very important components to bring to the table. Having spent a great deal of time in our school community and learning about the needs, a lot of questions came up that were pertaining to the region, and that is why I'm here today. The communication in education is very important, and as a voice for Whitby, I would be your voice if elected for the regional council position in Whitby. I will utilize my experience to build a solid foundation representing you at the region. Thank you again for all your support and encouragement as I was your school board trustee for these past 12 years. Our schools are amazing. Thank you to everyone, and I wish you all the luck. On October 22nd, I hope that you would consider voting Christine Winters as a regional council for the town of Whitby. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Councillor Stevia Matta. I want to start by saying thank you to the people of Whitby's East Ward for honouring me with the opportunity to serve as your town councillor. Some say an election is like an extended job interview with the voters. If that's true, then please consider this video to be my application for the job of regional councillor. Let's get one thing straight. You are the boss. I work for you currently as a local town councillor, and I'm applying for a promotion to be a regional councillor with more responsibility and more people to help. In a job interview, employers often ask if you can give an example of a success that you've had while working with others. Together, Council found savings of approximately $3 million without affecting jobs or service levels. We are attracting more businesses to Whitby to grow the commercial and industrial tax base because residential taxpayers need a break. I will also continue to fight to have the tolls removed from Highway 412. Most job interviews end with an opportunity for the applicant to make one final statement. I'm seeking the job of regional councillor because I want to work together with you, my neighbours, to make Whitby and Durham a better place to live. I love this town and my community. My wife and I are homeowners and are raising our family here. I want to make Whitby and Brooklyn even better, safer, cleaner, more family-friendly, and more affordable. If you want a fiscally responsible individual to watch out for your interests at Regional Council, then I humbly ask for your vote on October 22nd. After the 22nd, I'll be asking for your help so we can build a better community together. My name is Councillor Stevia Matta, and I work for you.
Hi, my name is Tom Dingwell, and like you, I'm not a politician, and that's all right. There will be plenty of career politicians at Regional Council, each representing their own communities. But Durham Region is a community of communities, and as Regional Chair, it will be my responsibility to work for and represent all communities in Durham, not just ones where I've received the most votes or financial support. As a police officer and civil servant for the past 26 years working across Durham Region, I've seen firsthand the issues and opportunities in each of our many communities. I listen to both sides of conflict and have the proven ability to facilitate collaboration and find resolutions in highly emotional situations. I believe in our community so much that I've taken an unpaid leave of absence from my career to take up this challenge and effect change. As Regional Chair, I will ensure security and sustainability. Security from harm and crime, ensuring a safe living environment. The security of having good employment close to home. The security that comes when you have affordable housing in which to raise your family. The security to celebrate your culture and personal beliefs openly. The security of knowing your environment will be protected, and the security of knowing that you will have fair and balanced representation at Regional Council. And notably, the security in the knowledge that your tax dollars are being spent both wisely and sustainably to support the inevitable growth in our communities. My entire career has been based on delivering security, transparency, and accountability to Durham Region. I have fought for and defended the most vulnerable people in our society, and I fight for what I believe in. I will bring these principles with me into office. I owe no political favor, and I am indebted only to the people of Durham Region. I make evidence-based decisions and challenge the status quo. I have the proven ability to lead in high-stress situations, and I treat everyone with respect. Together we are Durham Region, and together we can make Durham Region stronger. In October, please vote for me, Tom Dingwell, for Regional Chair. Thank you.
My name is John Henry, candidate for Durham Region Chair. Were you late for work today? Were you looking at someone's bumper instead of watching your kids play soccer or hockey? Were you sitting around a meeting table in Toronto when you'd rather be sitting at your dinner table? About 2/3 of Durham's workforce stream out of all our 8 communities every day, only to be stuck in traffic on the 401 and filling the GO train. Now, don't get me wrong, there will always be people who choose to live here and work in Toronto, which is why, as Oshawa Mayor, I worked with the Mayor of Clarington to bring GO train service to Bowmanville by 2024. And it is why we successfully fought to extend the 407 to the 115 by 2021. But if we're going to be all that we can be in Durham Region, if we are going to fully live up to our potential, create a great quality of life, and make sure that your kids can go to school here, work here, and raise their own families here, you and I are going to have to get serious about attracting jobs to Durham Region. That's why we need to create Durham's Job Corridor, a stretch of land around the 407 that will only ever be used by job-creating businesses. My goal as your regional chair over the next 4 years is to market and sell the businesses on the prospect of moving their operations to Durham and to encourage business here to expand, grow, and hire. I can help lead that. As Oshawa's mayor, we cut the city's debt by millions, helped bring in over $2 billion of investment. We helped revitalize the downtown. And I didn't do it alone. We did it by working with my colleagues on council across the region. We did it by being responsive to the people's concerns and respectful of the people we work with. As your chair, I will work with all 8 municipalities, all of our leaders across this massive and diverse region to build opportunity for you, for your kids, and for your grandkids. It's time Durham came together, worked together, built together for a strong future. On October 22nd, vote John Henry for Regional Chair. For more information, go to votejohnhenry.ca.
Hello, my name is John Mutton, and I'm running for Durham Regional Chair, and I want to lower your taxes. For far too long, we have heard it cannot be done. Well, I am here to tell you it can. As Mayor of Clarington, I helped to reduce taxes by putting measures in place that ensured each dollar was being spent as it was intended. And I plan to do the same if elected as Durham Regional Chairman. Keeping taxes low is never an easy task, but the process begins with a review of our core services and then allocating needed funds to frontline services and essential infrastructure. If elected, I not only intend to keep taxes low, but I plan to enhance Durham's economy to create good local jobs, build better roads and reliable public transit, safer communities, and increase accountability and transparency. I am experienced and I am ready to lead. I look forward to meeting you in each of your communities over the coming weeks. To get involved, volunteer, donate, take a sign, visit me on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or www.johnmutton.ca. And on October 22nd, remember to vote John Mutton for regional chairman.
Hi, it's Mohammed Saaw. I'm running for the regional chair of Durham. I have been to many universities. I've done master in political science from Waterloo, and now I'm a lawyer. I basically deal with real estate issues. I'm basically running for the regional chair because I see every day people pinching pennies to have roof over their head. And I see that we have the highest, exceptionally higher property taxes here in Durham. And my basic premises is that politics should be about the pennies which we spend, which are collected by the people, from the people of Durham region. So I have been, like my principal aim is to take politics away from the spending spree which we are on, and ever expanding budgets and ever expanding lists of employees. And we have to buckle up, and we have to reduce our budget expenses. And I would invite higher education instead of businesses who pay less money to our workers here. I would invite the Durham region to a better future which is based on technology, not based on old-fashioned way of employing people everywhere and then just keeping our budgets expanding. And then what my principal aim in running for this position is that I want to compete with those people who have run down this city, run down this region with their old politics. So I would say to the people of Durham region, vote for me. If you want a new Durham, you cannot have that with old politics.
Hello, my name is Steve Lee, and I'm running for your Whitby North Ward Councillor. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a small business owner. I've owned my own business for the past 18 years. I live in Brooklyn. Both my children were born and raised here, and I believe that this is the best place to live and raise a family. I want to continue to see our town thrive. As I've been out canvassing and talking with the residents in the neighborhood, there are a few common concerns that keep coming up at the doors. The first is a big one. It's traffic. We have a lot of congestion around town, and with the growth of our community, we need to address this moving forward. We need to make a plan to deal with this. There's a lot of speeding on our streets. Every day I talk to residents who would like to see something done to slow down the drivers. I have 2 kids myself, and I believe we need to address this. Whether it be bump outs or speed bumps in our neighborhoods, we need to look at the options to make it safer for our kids, our families, and seniors in our town. Taxes are another huge issue that I hear all the time. Residents are upset that property taxes keep going up and up. With my business background, I will look to make sure that your money is being spent wisely and efficiently on the services that we need, and it isn't being wasted. Another issue that I'm finding in our community is youth. We need programs for them. We need jobs for them. There's not much available in our town right now, and we need to look to increase the options for our youth and our young adults. I would like to see more in town for them, more jobs for them, and more options available. I do have a full platform on my website, votestevelee.ca. I would love for you to have a look. I encourage you to go check out the website. I would love to hear from you, any ideas or concerns that you might have. I am asking for your support this October 22nd. Please vote Steve Lee. I want to be your next North Ward Councillor here in Whitby. Thank you.
My name is Shir, Kerr, and I'm a candidate for councillor for Whitby North Ward. I have been always a volunteer throughout my adult life and have been volunteering for various organizations for past 12 years out of 15 years of my stay in Whitby. Our town has many great things to offer, such as we have waterfront, rec center, ability center, libraries, and great school and great community. Our community has grown from 105,000 to 134,000 in last 15 years, and the estimated growth will be 200,000 by 2035. With economic growth and development, we face various challenges such as higher property taxes, traffic, safety, losing green space, small town feeling, and sense of belonging. especially for the North Ward. We are facing some of these challenges every day. These challenges can be addressed through enhancing the quality of life to sustain the economic growth in the community, making our downtown pedestrian-friendly, to support local businesses, facilitating culture of innovation into the community for future employment, integrating a daycare into the assisted living senior homes. It will be value added to our age-friendly action plan, fostering communication and volunteering among diverse groups to build a strong and vibrant community. With changing demographics of our town, we need new ideas, and a candidate who is strong, passionate, committed, and have the experience of working with various organizations in the community will be a unique addition to the team of councils. A candidate who is a community member first and a councillor later. I'm Sharmila Sagankar, extending my hand. Together we build to make a difference. A vote for your community on October 22nd. Councillor for North Ward.
Hello, my name is Bill Windra, your candidate for Ashburn, Brooklyn, Macedonian Village, Myrtle, and Myrtle Station, also known as Whitby North, Ward 1. When my wife and I chose Brooklyn as the place to raise our family 16 years ago, it was the people and sense of community that inspired us to move here. Over the years, my family and I have been actively involved in the community. I owned and operated a business in our downtown and served as president of the Brooklyn Downtown Business Association. I've supported numerous charities and youth initiatives through my business and volunteer work. The reason I'm running is because I love this area and I want to see it flourish while maintaining its heritage, charm, and welcoming atmosphere. As our community continues to grow, we need to ensure that there are enough jobs and homes for everyone. We need activities for our children to keep them engaged and active in the community. And we need to keep our roads and pathways safe for everyone, young and old. I'm committed to improving communication between the town and its residents, listening to your concerns and making sure you are heard and represented on council. Community engagement is key. There is a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. If we all work together and pool our ideas and knowledge, we can grow and develop in a way that benefits future generations while maintaining our small town charm. Thank you for listening, and don't forget, on October 22nd, vote Bill Windram, Whitby North Ward.
Hi, my name is Matt Cardwell, and I'm running to be your next West Ward councillor in the town of Whitby. I'm a lifelong Whitby resident and owner of the 2 Royal Oak pubs in town, employing 50 people. Our current West Ward incumbent, Mr. Chris Leahy, is moving on to regional, so there's a vacant seat on council. I am the only returning candidate from the 2014 election and have learned a great deal over the past 4 years about the important issues facing our town. The last election provided me important knowledge of how to translate my business fundamentals to politics. As a job creator, I know how to get things done and build local employment. I personally have experienced the layers and layers of red tape that entrepreneurs face in Whitby. I've been endorsed by Jason Atkins of 360 Insights and Mark Whitesick of Brock Street Brewery because they know I am the business friendly and will stand shoulder to shoulder to make sure unreasonable delays are not allowed to happen as they have in the past. As a businessman, I know how to evaluate budgets and be fiscally responsible. In short, you cannot spend what you don't have. I will apply this ideology to future tax increases and make sure they are as responsible as possible. Another concern is that our infrastructure has fallen behind. With all of the new West Whitby growth, we are about to face further gridlock on the roads, and this is an issue that could have been addressed years ago. In the future, we will not work backwards against problems. Finally, I will endorse our emergency services, and our local heroes will have the tools and the resources they need to do the best job possible. This municipal election is very important to the town of Whitby. We need strong leadership at council, and just like I have shown through my businesses, I will provide that. If you want a pragmatic business voice at the table and one who deeply understands the current issues facing the town, please vote Cardwell on October 22nd. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Meredith Dodge and I'm running for West Ward Councillor. Why am I running? Because I love where I live and I'd like to make it even better. I have lived in the West Ward of Whitby for almost 20 years with my husband Chris. This is a place we have chosen to call home. We are happy here raising our 2 boys. As small business owners, we have been very fortunate in the opportunities that Whitby has provided us. I have seen many changes as the town grows and develops. I have been an avid community volunteer and feel it's important to be a part of the transformation process to ensure that continued changes enhance our neighborhoods. Your town council needs to manage the future development in a common sense manner. I believe in getting things done and making a difference. I may be new to running for municipal government, but I feel I understand the issues at hand and I am not new to the needs of our community. I feel that I can contribute in a positive manner to make positive change. I will not create a platform with agenda items I cannot adhere to. I will not make promises I cannot keep. There are a lot of government levels at play here. So my ideologies are simple. Let's ensure that Whitby grows as a community that ensures our residents are safe, our infrastructure is in place, our opportunities for business development and local jobs improves, and our transportation needs to be well planned out and integrated sensibly with the community's changing needs. Collaboration gets results. Open dialogue ensures that everyone feels a part of the community. Let's ensure that our environment and green spaces remain protected. Let's ensure that the opportunities for families in our communities are expanded. Let's ensure all those tourism draws of Whitby's are properly promoted. And let's ensure that the heritage of Whitby is protected while ensuring that our development adds to the existing charm of Whitby. I want to be your advocate at Town Council. Open dialogue and easy access to your representative on council will make it possible for your voice to be heard. Everyone needs to feel a part of the community. If you'd like to chat with me, feel free to call or email me. I'm Meredith Dodge, and I want to be your West Ward councillor on October 22nd.
I'm Deidre Neumann, running for Whitby Council in the West Ward, and I am very pleased to speak with you. I was born in Whitby. When I was a student, my father was the mayor of Whitby for 10 years. I cherish our community. I care about you and your family. I offer these strengths. Vision. I seek a town which is vibrant, fiscally responsible, and respectful of all people. At the threshold of significant growth, I envisage a town where the residential and business growth will respect quality of life for our families at home and work so as to define us as unique. Experience. I am a lawyer. I have a science degree from the University of Toronto and a law degree from Queen's. I then lived for 1 year in Paris, studied French at the Sorbonne and international law at The Hague. In Canada, I worked for the Ontario government, then built my own law practice in Whitby, serving people for the past 20 years. In the community, I have served as chair of the YMCA Leadership Council, Law Day chair of the Ontario Bar Association, volunteer leader of the Second Chance Scholarship Foundation, fitness leader, marathon runner, and chair of the parish council of my church in Whitby. Integrity. I will carry out my responsibilities on council, representing you in a strong and humane manner and with a tenacious work ethic. I'm asking you to believe in our future, in our community, in my commitment to you. Please vote for me, Deidre Neumann, on Election Day, October 22nd. Thank you.
I have heard your concerns, and I know you are raising your expectations of what your West Ward 2 councillor should be. I will be that councillor that keeps you informed, and I will be accountable. My name is Tracy Ralston, and I am a candidate in Whitby West Ward 2. It's an exciting time, residential growth, a new spa, and infrastructure improvements. I'm a parent of 2 amazing baseball-playing, hard-working kids, and I am a homeowner in West Ward 2. During the election process, please be aware that I'll be running a fiscally responsible campaign. You won't see a ton of signs. You won't be bombarded with placards and postcards. After all, I do respect our environment and our green spaces. Fiscally responsible allows me to illustrate that I will be accountable for your hard-earned money. It doesn't necessarily mean I can't fundraise for a campaign, because after all, I have raised thousands of dollars for the Durham Region Challenger Baseball League. Together with this Special Needs League, I've been able to raise the funds needed to build their field of dreams. I think we can all agree Whitby needs to become a little more accessible and inclusive. Employed for over 15 years in Whitby, I've had the flexibility to assist so many teams and foundations. I've been recognized by so many for giving back to our community, but I think the one most treasured reward was recognition from Ford of Canada and the We movement. I'm not a one-issue candidate focusing on just one topic, but I will also focus on our residents. We all agree we need local job creation, reduction of red tape, and further support for our neighbors, fire, police, and EMS. A fresh new voice, I'm ready to hear your concerns and represent our taxpayers. My name is Tracy Ralston. Vote for me October 22nd. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Superior, and I'm running to be your West Ward councillor for the town of Whitby on October 22nd. My husband Romeo and I have been married for over 31 years and have chosen Whitby as our home to raise our 3 children, Katie, Brandon, and Emily. I have proudly served as an elected trustee for the Durham District School Board for the past 8 years, servicing the needs of Whitby and Brooklyn families. I have a proven track record of creating great ideas and turning them into tangible results. I'm now ready to take my voice and my leadership to Whitby Council. As your West Ward councillor, I have 4 main areas that I will be advocating for. Number 1, connecting residents with the services they require to thrive for our seniors, our families, and for our youth. Number 2, ensuring road safety for our commuters, our pedestrians, and cyclists. With the increase in growth of West Whitby, we've had an influx of traffic throughout the main corridor. We need to ensure that our downtown core and our road to Henry Street to our GO station will be safe and effective for all. Number 3, making Whitby a great place to do business, to support local businesses, to encourage entrepreneurship, as well as invite new business to set up shop in Whitby to create jobs and offer employment opportunities. Number 4, building an empowered community that is equitable and inclusive. If you'd like more information about my platform, please visit me at kimberlysuperior.ca or on my Facebook page, Kimberly Superior for West Ward. On October 22nd, vote Kimberly Superior for West Ward Councillor for the town of Whitby. Together, we can truly build an empowered, thriving, and safe community for your family and mine. Thank you.
I'm Joanne Alexander, and I want the privilege of serving as your Centre Ward Councillor. My background is in early literacy, early childhood education, and library services. As a lifelong resident in the town of Whitby during my career and experienced community involvement, I've been able to engage town residents about what matters to them, and I identify with their aspirations. I served on the board of directors for the Whitby Courthouse Theatre for 5 years as director of front of house and fundraising. I served as director of vocations for the Rotary Club of Whitby Sunrise, and I'm past president of the Rotary Club of Whitby Sunrise. I'm the recipient of the Solicitor General's Award for Crime Prevention. My very first priority above all else is safety. That is my central pillar. My election brochure will have all the details. Now let's talk about community, Port Whitby, and moving people. We must continue to build our transit services to offset the traffic through to the GO station. And we continue to evolve in the Port Whitby area, so we must nurture its charm and protect our green space, maintaining our town's rich heritage. Growth and development must be balanced in a thoughtful and responsible manner. Downtown needs people. There's potential for residential development in the downtown area, 2 condos, one at the old fire hall and one at the old hydro building. Another point I'd like to make is the need for another seniors center, south of Taunton perhaps. We all age. I'll promote commercial and industrial assessment to create sustainable residential growth, ensuring that your tax dollars will work best for you. On October 22nd, vote for Joanne Alexander.
Hi, I'm Bob Baker, and I'm running for Whitby Centre Ward Councillor. I bring fresh ideas, a progressive view, and experience to this important role. Whitby is in the midst of substantial growth and development. The decisions we make during the next 4 years will impact what form our municipality will take over the next 25 to 50 years. As Centre Ward Councillor, my priorities for Whitby will be to actively encourage economic growth in our downtown by creating a culturally dynamic community where people live, work, and play. We will seek out businesses to provide good jobs close to home. I will promote people-centric development with a focus on creating safe neighborhoods and becoming a pedestrian and bike-friendly community with a first-class public transportation system. I will advocate for housing that is attainable for first and last-time buyers by seeking investments for mixed-use housing, resulting in vibrant, people-centered communities. And to foster transparency and encourage community engagement, I will promote the creation of neighborhood associations, host town halls, and use other means of communication to keep citizens informed of both my activity and town business. My family and I have lived in Whitby for almost 20 years. Through my involvement in organizations such as the Old Whitby Neighborhood Association, the Downtown Whitby Development Steering Committee, and as a board director with numerous local charities, I have come to love this town and appreciate its true potential. My experience and formal education will serve in ensuring that Whitby continues to be a community of choice for business, current residents, and those who will choose our community in the coming years. Whitby needs new people with fresh ideas and relevant experience. I bring both to the role of councillor for Centre Ward. On October 22nd, it is my sincere hope that you will vote Bob Baker so I can help Whitby prosper. Thank you.
Hello, Whitby and Centre Ward residents. I am Michael M., your current Whitby Centre Ward councillor and candidate for Centre Ward in the October 22nd election. Since being elected in 2010, I have worked extremely hard to make Whitby and Centre Ward a better place for us. Our downtown Whitby is once again starting to flourish with new and exciting businesses like Brock Street Brewery, great restaurants and technology businesses like 360 Insights, which have located in our downtown. I am proud to have supported the sale of our downtown fire hall lands, which will bring much needed living and businesses to our core. Our roads, streets, and sidewalks, I have worked hard to have infrastructure dollars allocated to them, and this is making Centre Ward a better place to live, work, and play every day. Our Port Whitby waterfront and residential area now has a master plan and a Port Whitby sustainability plan. A new hotel with conference banquet center is proposed for the Hayden Shore area, which will bring jobs and visitors to our treasured waterfront area. However, my job has only just begun, as we work hard to control the infill developments, which must be managed with smart growth development. I am asking for your support once again to re-elect me and vote Michael M. to be your Centre Ward councillor so I may continue the great works I have begun in Centre Ward. Thank you.
Hello, Ward 4 Whitby. My name is Carlene Blissett, and I'm running to represent you. I've been out knocking on many doors, and I've met many of you. Unfortunately, I've also missed many of you at the door, but my literature has been left in your door, and I'm hoping that you will reach out to contact me to get to know me more so that we could talk about what it is that we can do to improve our area. In speaking with many of you at the doors, you have told me things that are of concern to you. One of the things that keep coming up as I speak with my neighbors is that of street safety. I just want to remind you that in our neighborhoods, we want to keep our children safe. We want to keep our seniors safe. So please be mindful when driving on the street. I will be working with the rest of council to ensure that our street is maintained safe. Also, I would like to encourage you to visit my website where you could learn a lot more about me, where you could see my experience in volunteering in Whitby. I've volunteered on numerous committees, and I'm able to represent you because I've had the experience in working for municipal government. Currently, my job is to go out and respond and investigate complaints. So when residents call in with their complaints, I go out and I investigate. That is what I'm hoping to do for you here in Whitby. So on October 22nd, go out and vote for me, Carlene, for a strong voice that can represent you and what you are passionate about. Thank you.
On October 22nd, we'll be casting our votes in a pivotal election here in Whitby. My name's Liam Nichols, and I'm one of the candidates vying for your vote in Whitby's East Ward. The East Ward is one of Whitby's most complex and interesting wards. We're in the flight path of the Oshawa Airport. We have one of the most well-used connections to the 401. We're home to Gurdeau Steel and Durham College's innovative Whitby campus. Almost 40,000 of us call this ward home. Because of this, we face significant challenges. These challenges have existed for a long time, and they demand solutions now. I've lived in Whitby's East Ward for most of my life. It's where I grew up, and it's where I'm proud to be raising the next generation with my partner, Heather. We need to slow down the traffic on our roads and provide better transit options to make life safer and easier for our youth, our seniors, and everyone in between. We need to make all aspects of life more affordable, including our housing options. We need to respect our heritage, our parks, and our green space. We need to create employment that will help us pay the costs of running the town without placing all of the burden on homeowners and residents. All of this relies on creating a culture at Town Hall that is inclusive, consultative, and responsive. I have a proven track record of getting things done in this town. I worked with our small business community to create the Downtown Whitby Business Improvement Area, where I served as the first executive director, fulfilling a goal of the 2014 council. I've served on the Whitby Chamber of Commerce's Advocacy Committee, where I helped fight to make our town more competitive, and I'm on the board of directors for the Durham Family Court Clinic, helping at-risk youth in our community. I'm asking for your support on October 22nd. I'm ready to do more for my hometown, and I hope that you'll join me. I encourage you to visit liamnichols.ca for more information.
Hello, I am Malia Shaheen, running to be the councillor for East Ward for the town of Whitby. With my experience and time, I'm fortunate to have the ability to give back to this community, where I've been living and working for over 10 years. As we all know, property taxes are very high in the town of Whitby. The only way to bring the property taxes back in line without reducing our services is to increase our business tax base. The other benefit of increasing our business tax base is that we will now have more quality jobs for our residents. The investment into 407 and 412 is giving us an opportunity to market our town. Let's capitalize on this. Now is the time. With your support, I will work hard to succeed in bringing those corporations to this town. You will then be able to work here at home, get off the highway, and spend more quality time with your family, and give our young people an opportunity to have good jobs here at home. Of course, as our town grows, it is very important that we are building a safe community, particularly for our seniors and our children. I will work hard for you and for our community. I can only do this with your help. I ask for your support. Please vote for Malia on October 22nd. Thank you.
As a Whitby resident, parent, grandparent, and educator for over 39 years, I've been privileged to experience and view the education system from various perspectives, and so I understand and value the importance of parental voice and involvement when it comes to our children's education. Having worked as a classroom teacher and having served in various leadership roles has provided me with the insight, knowledge, and understanding of how classrooms and systems can and should work to positively impact student learning and well-being. My vision is of a student-first education system whose practices reflect what is best for all kids, regardless of their circumstance or needs. To be effective, your Whitby trustees need to work as a team to ensure the decisions and actions of the board align with and support the needs of Whitby students and their families. This will require individuals who have committee work experience, are good listeners and communicators, are strategic problem solvers when working through challenges, and have the ability to influence and engage others, and know how to build consensus to achieve the desired goals. They have to be resilient and able to manage conflict in a productive and effective manner. My skills and experience make me the ideal person to take on this role.
As part of your Whitby trustee team, I will work to make sure the board's work is about what is best for our kids, that students with special needs are supported, schools are safe and free of bullying and harassments, tax dollars go to classrooms, initiatives and programs honor equity and diversity, local schools are supported, and there is accountability and transparency, that all decisions reflect community input and the community is kept informed, and that the board and staff are held to high standards. It will be an honor and privilege to serve as your Whitby trustee, promoting a student-first agenda.
Hello, my name is Jim Barclay, and I am running for the Durham District School Board trustee in Whitby. I feel that it is important for a trustee who is a partner in shaping the direction of the region's education system to have knowledge of how schools function and operate on a day-to-day basis. I was a high school teacher in the region for 32 years, and this gives me a unique insight in this matter. A common concern for most is addressing the issue of school safety. This is best looked at when considering the whole school community, including parent advisory committees, administration, staff, and students. With strong leadership, a culture of school safety is developed so that school protocols will be followed. Along with this, it is important to have open communication between the board, school, and parents. If and when there's a problem at a school, parents have the right to know and help with the resolution of the problem. As for the current topic of the province's proclamation to revert to an obsolete curriculum for sex education, it appears they have relented to allow high school students to continue with the current lesson plans. However, elementary students are now to receive the outdated lessons. I'm opposed to this and will do everything possible to see that students receive a modern curriculum which reflects these changing times. Of course, if certain parents do not want their children to be part of these classes, accommodations can and will be made. Finally, I'd like to look at the start times of the region's high schools. Over the last number of years, it seems that schools are starting earlier and earlier. 8 a.m. is now common. Most teens are not at their best early in the morning. I believe their learning process would be enhanced if schools started later. Thank you for listening. I'm looking forward to working for you.
Hi, I'm Nikhil Gupta, and I'm running to represent Whitby, its students, its parents, and our community as a trustee on the Durham District School Board. I'm the mother of 2 boys, one still in elementary school and one who's graduated high school. And I've been very fortunate to have had the opportunity to talk about provincial issues, including education, with thousands and thousands of people in our community over the past several months. The concerns that I've heard most often expressed echo my own. Our schools are not adequately funded. Our kids, all of our kids, are not being set up for success. We need to do really important work on some of the fundamentals like math, and even more important work on violence and bullying in our schools, because if we don't, nobody will be learning. Over the next 4 years, we are going to see challenges to education, and we're going to need strong advocates on our school boards. Advocates for funding that actually reflects student need, and for accountability tools and structures so that every dollar we do have is maximized. We need trustees that are committed to genuine parent engagement and to strengthening those connections between school boards, schools, and parents by doing really concrete things like holding frequent public community meetings to hear issues and concerns and taking those back to the board, and to promptly respond to every email, phone call, letter, or message. I will be an advocate for and a defender of high-quality public education that meets the need of every single student. On October 22nd, please vote Nikhil Gupta for Whitby trustee on the Durham District School Board. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Scott Templeton of Whitby. I'm running for Whitby School Board trustee. I believe first and foremost student safety is my highest priority. I am an advocate for the 2015 sex education curriculum in our public education system. However, I strongly believe it would benefit our students to teach more about mental health in the programs in grades 7 and 8 rather than grades 11 and 12. This is a critical development period for students and is when the onset of mental health problems starts. These programs will help ensure student safety. I'm an advocate for continuing the school resource officer, unlike Toronto, which canceled it. I believe it's a great relationship for police and children to build on. I'm an advocate for putting an end to bullying and cyberbullying. The current sex education curriculum equips our children with the knowledge and confidence they need to stop such incidents. I am an advocate for upgrading our older schools with proper air circulation and air conditioning systems. I'm an advocate for protecting our community schools from closing. I will work with the community and council to problem-solve ways to preserve our schools. I am and always will be an advocate for our children.
Hello, my name is Christine Thatcher. On October 22nd, I am seeking the position of Public School Board Trustee for Whitby, Brooklyn, and would appreciate your support. Having lived here for more than 30 years, I will bring a strong voice, fresh eyes to tackle the pressing issues: violence in the classroom, bullying, busing issues, school closings, curriculum concerns, and the lack of adequate resources. As a mother, I have shared the joy, the wonder, and the challenges of my own children attending school in Durham. I know the issues that parents are confronted with every day. I have continually demonstrated my commitment to children and their education as a parent, teacher, coach, and swim official. As a trustee, I will be that needed link between you and the school board. I will be available to hear your concerns. Throughout my career, I have always believed that learning begins with listening. We need to elect trustees who understand the effect that underfunding from the provincial government has on our children. Having worked with children with special needs, I have seen the impact that lack of resources can have on all students in a classroom setting. I believe that my experience with my own children, my work as a teacher and coach, and the many years I worked in the corporate sector have given me the skills, knowledge, and empathy needed to be your voice on the Durham District School Board. A vote for Christine Thatcher is a vote for open communication and action. On October 22nd, I urge you to vote for me, Christine Thatcher. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Thomas Wall, and I have dedicated the last 32 years of my life to public education as a classroom teacher. I'm anxious to continue my public service as your Durham District School Board trustee for Whitby. I believe our kids deserve the best, and I am committed to fighting for a strong public education system here in Durham. Many people have approached me and suggested that I am uniquely qualified for the position of trustee because of my experience as a successful classroom teacher in the community. It does set me apart from all the other candidates, gives me special insight into the families of Brooklyn and Whitby and their hopes and dreams for the future. I love teaching at these schools, and I would be delighted to work with these families again. My wife Rebecca and I have raised our family here in Whitby. We share a common bond with our neighbors and have always been invested in our local schools. I know firsthand what a vital role they play in lifting up our community. Public education has the power to help all children work to their full potential. Now, I am proud to say that I am the only candidate who has put forward a comprehensive 5-point plan as trustee. 1. Improve school safety by tackling bullying and violence in our schools. 2. Work to provide timely and effective special education programs. 3. Oppose school closures. 4. Improve access to critical mental health supports. And 5. Rapid response to parents who have concerns, because service delayed is service denied. I will be relentless in getting our kids the help they need when they need it, but I can't do it alone. On October 22nd, let us begin anew. Let us work together for a strong public education system. I ask for your support for Durham District School Board trustee.
Hello, my name is Teresa Bajelli, and I'm hoping to become a trustee for the Durham Catholic District School Board, serving the town of Whitby. Proud to call Whitby my hometown, I've been a lifelong resident and fortunate to have raised my 3 children here as well. Now that they have graduated, I'm able to focus my energy on serving the needs of students, families, teachers, and everyone who contributes to education. I'm a mental health counselor with an honors degree in psychology from Trent University. The majority of my clients have been diagnosed with autism, which has been a challenging yet rewarding profession. Academically trained to utilize ABA, which is Applied Behavior Analysis procedures, this has been extremely effective in teaching strategies for children with exceptionalities. I would love to extend this knowledge within the school board so that inclusivity can be improved and therefore stigma can be reduced. I am also the campaign coordinator for Autism Speaks Canada Whitby Walk, which takes place every November at the Ability Centre. In being a strong advocate for mental health, I also dedicate as much time as I can as an active volunteer at Ontario Shores Centre for Mental Health Sciences at the Family Resource Centre. The FRC is open to all community members, and I encourage everyone to visit, as this is a resourceful hub for those accessing any information seeking assistance with regards to any mental health issues. Being a mother who has experienced the diverse stages of children's development, I understand and can relate to the issues that matter. We need to have faith that there is salvation for the next generation, and the best way to achieve this is through open communication. I'm an approachable, positive, and empathetic community leader. There are many fantastic ideas I have for proactive developments that will truly benefit the Durham Catholic District School Board. So please, trust me for your trustee.
Hello, my name is John Ranella, and I am running for re-election as your Durham Catholic District School Board trustee for the town of Whitby. It has been an honor and privilege to represent the people of Whitby at the board table for the last 4 years. As a Whitby resident for nearly 30 years, there is no other place I have called home. With my beautiful wife and I raising 2 young boys aged 7 and 3 in a faith-filled environment, I am just as committed today as I was 4 years ago to supporting and protecting our Catholic education system. Serving as chair of the board, I was part of a great team that brought the first ever specialized school to Durham Catholic, the Arts and Media program at All Saints High School right here in Whitby. A great program that opened its doors for the first time this September. As we continue to fight for a high school in the north for the residents of Brooklyn, we were successful in obtaining funding to rebuild St. Marguerite de Ville in South Whitby, a much long overdue rebuild. As a current director of the Durham Catholic Children's Foundation and proud supporter of all the foundation does, I have seen firsthand how the foundation has helped our most vulnerable in the Durham region and right here in Whitby. My commitment is to you, the Catholic ratepayers of Whitby, of whom I proudly serve. In the words of Cardinal Collins, the well-being of Catholic education depends to a great degree on the trustees of whom we elect. On October 22nd, a vote for me, John Ranella, will ensure a strong commitment to safeguarding our right to a publicly funded Catholic education system and enhance relationships with local government to ensure we continue to keep our children safe and produce world-class graduates. Together, we can achieve our vision of living and learning in faith. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and God bless you and your family.
Bonjour, chers parents et lecteurs. Dear parents and constituents, my name is Anna Karina Rushkovsky, and I am running for trustee with the French Public School Board Viamonde. Je suis votre candidate Viamonde. Je me présente dans le but d'effectuer des changements positifs dans le fonctionnement du Conseil. In my professional role as an actuary working in the insurance industry, I am accustomed to administrative board duties. However, it is as an engaged parent that I hope to make a difference, because it is crucially important that parent and community voices be heard and considered. L'éducation et les écoles sont au cœur de nos communautés, et c'est surtout vrai pour la minorité francophone, qui doit combattre l'assimilation tout en gérant les défis posés par des zones scolaires très vastes, qui rendent difficile la rétention de nos élèves. Je fais partie d'une équipe de 5 candidats qui ont tous à cœur une éducation laïque de qualité, tant au niveau des programmes offerts qu'au niveau de la qualité des installations scolaires. Sous la bannière « Rêvons en grand », nous souhaitons faire avancer les projets capitaux, assurer que nos écoles francophones soient équivalentes à celles des écoles anglophones, apporter un esprit de transparence au sein du Conseil, consulter les parents, tenir compte de leur point de vue et de communiquer clairement avec eux, et exiger que nos écoles soient situées à des distances raisonnables des foyers. Car, comme l'indique le rapport du commissaire aux services en français, le manque de proximité de nos écoles francophones ainsi que des installations inférieures sont parmi les causes principales de l'abandon de l'éducation de langue française. Donc, je vous invite à communiquer avec moi en consultant notre site web rêvonsengrand.ca. Le 22 octobre, donnez une juste place à la voix des parents et celle de notre communauté en m'accordant votre vote, afin qu'ensemble, nous puissions rêver en grand pour tous nos enfants. Merci.